Have you ever been here? It's a scary experience. A quiet panic, an underlying dread, and yet you feel numb at the same time. Dissociation. Look at this dog. For a period of around 2 years, I didn't feel like a real human person. I felt like I was watching my life play out from the back of a movie theater, shouting at the screen hoping the movie would change. It's hard to explain, but let me try. Have you ever come close to drowning before? In the middle of a lake sat a boat filled to max capacity with some 8 young adults. Briefly attached to the boat was 30 feet of rope and a tube attached on the other end. The more adept swimmers were already out there on the water, treading, while the more fearful ones wore life jackets and sat in the tube. I lay somewhere in between. I looked to my friend. "Ready?" he said. 3, 2, 1. We both dive in at the same time. The water's cold, and I've gone deeper than I would have liked. I come up for air. At first, everything's fine. The years of swimming lessons when I was a kid are paying off. Everyone's having a great time. Slowly though, I begin to notice the waves a little bit more. Swimming in open water is a little bit different from a controlled place like a pool. The waves splashing in my face, I began to swallow water unintentionally, and my hair, long overdue for a trip to the barber, covers my eyes and limits my vision. I constantly have to spend energy moving it to the side. Soon, my legs begin to cramp, and I've officially begun to panic. At this point, the boat's drifted not more than 20 feet away, but that's a mile in my eyes. I don't call out for help either, because that would be embarrassing. I'd rather drown. Nobody on the boat, nobody swimming, nobody above the surface can see me drowning. Dissociation, in my eyes, is something similar, except it's a much more prolonged, quiet panic. It feels like you're drowning, slowly, while everybody else around you has their head above water and is having a great time. They don't realize what it is you're going through. After all, how could they? You haven't even called out for help. A while back, there was a girl in my life. And for my 19th birthday, she surprised me with inflated balloons spelling out happy birthday in her dorm room. It was a really sweet gesture, and it meant a lot to me. But at the same time, the only thing I remember feeling was like I was a fraud. Like I didn't deserve it. Like she must be delusional for showing affection towards me. It's hard to say what exactly I felt, but I definitely felt like an imposter. I couldn't believe that someone could be so kind to me. At the time, I didn't even feel like I was a real person, let alone deserving of love. It's hard not to compare yourself with other people sometimes. A lot of my friends did the thing you're supposed to do. Go to a good school, get a well-paying job, get a new car. And as happy as I am for my friends, sometimes I worry that I don't deserve to stand next to them. But one thing that's helped me is just comparing myself to who I used to be. Nowadays, I don't feel like I'm drowning anymore. There wasn't any one thing, any magic pill or exercise routine or food I cut out that made the difference for me, but slowly, after putting my life back together, one thing after the other, I stopped disassociating. For the boat story, in the end, I managed to swim to the rope which was attached to the inflatable tube. And the only thing that was running through my mind then was, man, am I glad to have my head above water. Sometimes it's enough to just not drown. Sometimes the goal is survival. And I'd argue that getting your own mental health right is more important than the fancier job title or a shinier new car. Whenever you see someone and they're doing something to excess, like chasing money or... Oh, my dog. Oh, you wanna go? Oh, go on bed. Whenever you see someone and they're doing something to excess, like chasing money or playing video games or getting into relationships too fast, oftentimes that's just their way of defending themselves, and I think disassociation is no different. If you've been through something traumatic, my heart goes out to you, and know that it was probably your body's way of defending you, even if it was a bit ill-informed. Disassociation often happens when you've been through something traumatic, or perhaps you've lived in an extended period of time where you've sort of felt stuck and frozen. And that was the trigger point for you to begin disassociating and seeing yourself in third person. Then just know you have my sympathy, and I've been there. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's that as long as you're alive, that's a win. Be kind to yourself. It sucks. I know.